Welcome back to Breakfast Central. And of course, once again, we are kicking off December with not just the news, but with also really fantastic information. We now have a new general manager, Mr. Kayode Akintemi. Like I described him last week, he is our Gandalf the gray-haired man, as is popularly called. We're still talking about strategy and you know, what was your mindset when you heard about News Central before, and then, you know, the decision to take on the job, and then, you know, in what direction do you think that, you know, you want us to go? You're taking the station.
Well, the direction we have to go is, we know what the competition, fortunately, for me and for us, I've worked with Channels Television, so I know what's being done there. I've worked with Rise News, I know what is done there. I have watched TVC evolve over the years, so I know what is done there. And I'm a keen connoisseur of what happens in the media. I consume media. In fact, some of my friends call me a news junkie because I'm so much into news and I follow everything that's happening around the country and around the world as well. So in terms of where we have to go, I've come to the realization that the difference between the key competitors is the fact that some part of those competitors are involved in just presenting news as is, and it's up to you when you consume it, what you make of it. There's another part that brings on a lot of opinion that is supposed to help you digest the news a little bit more. But we have to carve a niche for ourselves. Because there is, I remember many years ago when I was on one of the TV stations in Nigeria, I was anchoring a show and somebody came on the show and I said, State of the Nation, what do you think of Nigeria now? He said Nigeria is a basket case and Nigeria is a theater of the absurd. That was the way he described it. I think that is Malaki Ogumadu. I remember that very day, and I will never forget it because I realized that there is a lot happening in Nigeria and across the continent of Africa that most media just completely gloss over it. So what we are looking to do here at News Central is to make sure that, one, we report the news. Yeah. The truth is our watchword at all times. Two, we go in depth into the news. Three, we make sure we analyze the news like no other. And then four, we ensure that our unbundling of the issues of the continent, especially Nigeria, as a place where we are resident today, is got to be one that is deep, that is intense, that makes it possible for people to make informed decision, because a lot of times people don't have information. Look at the last election we just had in Nigeria. A lot of people didn't have information, and that's why they made some of the decisions that they made. If information is readily available, some people that voted in this way or in that way will make a different decision. So that's exactly what we have to do. We have to do investigative journalism. We cannot have a situation where we have hundreds or let me say, over 1,000 people going to COP28. We cannot have a budget that looks like what we have currently. Yes. We cannot have a situation where people are in the National Assembly and they're not questioned, they're not put on the hot seat. Our job is to put them on the hot seat. That's the role of the media. We're called the fourth estate of the realm. We are the fourth arm of government. We are supposed to make sure we inform the people. We let the people know what is right. That's our job. So every one of you that will be sitting on this hot seat, you've got to be like this and say, nope. We will have to tell it as it is. We'll have to ask the questions that will be questioning what the people in authority do, what the government is doing. And when they do well, there's this side of what I'm expecting that we will be doing, which is developmental journalism. Yeah. Developmental journalism is not about criticizing government. So there's a side where we will challenge what the government is doing and speak truth to power. But there is the other side that is going to be about developmental journalism where we collaborate with government. We like some of the things that Bosun Tijani is doing as a minister. We will collaborate with him. We like what the Minister for Interior is doing with passports across the world and making it possible for people to work. I lived in diaspora for many years, so I know what it means to be able to just work into a Nigerian embassy and be able to get your passport within 48 hours. Oh my God, you should be singing hallelujah.
Amazing.
But that kind of thing is normal for people to be able to do from other parts of the world. But Nigeria, it wasn't like that until this new minister came into place.
So I think the final question for me would be, in the coming days, what are some of the changes we're expecting to see? You've highlighted, the angles in which we're going. And are there fears that maybe you've had experience in different media houses. Are there fears that maybe there might be a clash or a repeating of some of the, the experiences we've seen in all these other media houses here at New Central TV? We're
definitely not going to go down the route of copying anybody. There is enough in the people. I am very keen on making sure that I develop the next generation of leaders in this sector. And the work that I've done over the last at least 12 years in the media has been working with young people and developing talents, mentoring them and supporting them. I want to see in this place the next generation of award winners, leaders in the industry that will do great things. So development and training of people will be one. On the other hand, we're definitely not going to copy anybody because I know there is so much talent that we have not even tapped into at all. The kind of things that you guys are capable of doing that we have not even started. I want to see that begin to happen. The kind of documentaries, oh my word, I have traveled this country. I have seen some parts of this country that it's unbelievable in terms of the quality, the air, the atmosphere, the ambience, and nobody is telling these stories. Oh my word, we should be telling the stories. I want the untold stories of Nigeria, first and foremost, and the untold story of the continent of Africa. I've traveled at least about 20 African countries, most likely more. So I've seen these places. I'd love to see more being said about Africa, because the story about Africa and about Nigeria cannot be about 419, cannot be about poor governance, cannot be about bad leadership only. There is so much more that's not being said.
And this is definitely the platform, that those stories will be told. Mr. Akintemi, it's a huge pleasure. Thank you very much for not just joining Breakfast Central this morning, but also joining the team and being a part of this movement that we have right here. We, of course, look forward to great moves that will be made together.
This is going to be a great time. And let me just mention before we go that I know for a fact that the number of people watching television are not as many as the number of people who see us on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram. So those who are our viewers, those who are our fans, those who are our followers and subscribers on social media, you're in for a great time because we're going to be creating content specifically customized for online. We'll do those content, and then we can do the opposite of what most TV stations do. They do content on television, and then they readapt and reuse on social media. No, we're going to customize and create original content for social media, and then we'll find ways of adapting it to see if it can sit on television. If it does, awesome. If it doesn't, it's okay. It's for those young people who form more than 65% of the continent. Those are the people that will cater for.
We're excited about a lot of the evolution that will be happening in the coming days. Thank you so much, Mr. Kayode Akintemi.
Thank you.
I will look forward to a great working relationship with you.
Awesome. We started already.
Indeed, we have.
All right, it's time to wrap up for Breakfast Central this morning. Thank you very much for, of course, kicking off your December with us as always. We are here all through the week. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Remember, you could tweet at us at New Central TV. Let us know your thoughts on any of the conversations we're having. Tell us congratulations also for, of course,
yes, you should.
A new start. But, of course, we'll be back here tomorrow morning. I am Osarogie of
And I am Olive, MOD. You have to do it.
And I am Kayode Akintemi. It's such a joy to be here, guys. We're going to have a great time.
We'll see you tomorrow, guys.